a sort of a long-term effect were voices in their head. Because you're burning up so many brain cells, it can have an effect on your brain and the normal functions.
The way you get addicted to it is a little bit differently. So it's not physically addictive in the same way as like opioids or alcohol, but it can cause like a very powerful psychological dependence. And so if you're a chronic user, you really, really start craving just that brief euphoria, which can lead to this like compulsion, right? So you become very compulsive and you need it in weird places like driving, like where obviously you shouldn't be, using something when you're driving. Yeah, that's just such an interesting thing. It's more about the psychological dependency, right?
Absolutely. I know recently we've had, I mentioned several clients that come in where some of them, this was their one drug of choice. So it wasn't like they were doing this plus a bunch of other things. And one thing we noticed when they were coming off of it, a sort of a long-term effect were voices in their head. Because you're burning up so many brain cells, it can have an effect on your brain and the normal functions. And it almost put them into this psychotic induced paranoia, where they literally had to be checked into a mental hospital because they thought that there was voices and things occurring, and they hadn't done anything in a while, and this was the only thing they were doing, but it was creating this sort of long-term effect. So that's another big thing to be wary of, that it could be once, it could be many times, but there is going to be effects that happen from doing this drug, just like any drug.